In a cold, lazy corner of the city, where the Wi-Fi's strong.
Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to the show. I'm going to try the Direct RTMP today for my main show. So hopefully I don't have too many goof ups in the technical realm. Make sure that we're live. Are we live? It looks like it. Okay. Well, anyway, it's Monday. Welcome to the show. It's 10 a.m. Central Time. Monday, August 11th, 2025. And I'm going to get in here and make sure, let's see if I'm audible. Yes, okay. I can hear sounds. Good. But yeah, this is episode 197. 197 of my the first show I ever made was a show to help get me motivated to start growing my own stuff. And like, hey, look, it's a lesson even if I make a mistake, right? So that's what I'm all about on Mondays. I'm going to play a little intro before we get started. I'm going to get those notifications out there like we're doing right now. If you could help me out, hit that like button and share it out with some friends, because every person that you know has to eat. So why shouldn't we not make this more popular, more fun, more entertaining? It's all about what everyone needs anyway. So let's go, let's grow. We'll be right back in about 3.5 minutes or something like that. I can't remember the total number, but you'll see it on the screen. We'll be right back.
In a cold, lazy corner of the city, where the Wi-Fi's strong and bright, lives a man named Waylon, with his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer, no fields, no barn, no plow. His farm's indoors, his harvest shared on the airwaves now. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. On Sunday, games are rolling at 5:30 they start. The indoor farmers game night, where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The indoor farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. Tuesdays for the reviews of people, places, things. Waylon's got the scoop, from artisans to local wings. Wednesday we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the lands. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast, where the urban farms the scene. He's not just farming indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. He's not just growing The farmer, connecting all the dots. In a cozy corner of the city, where the wildfire's shining bright, lives a man.
All right, we're back. I believe we're back. I think everything's it's a whole different world trying to do this direct to RTMP, but we're here. It's Monday. We should have a little bit better video by doing this. So let's hope that that's the case. Chris, I see you over on the Rumble. What's up? This is the Indoor Farmer episode 197, and I'm your host, Waylon the Indoor Farmer. This is my original show. I'm going to try and get your comments blown up a little bit here, Chris, if I can. Can I do that? No. Maybe something like this would do it. Yes. Okay. There we go. I gotcha on the screen, Chris. Let's go. All right. It is the Indoor Farmer. We're close. We're so close to that 200 mark. Number 200. Although it's not a 4-year mark, it's a nice round number, you know. Why am I not able to click this off? Okay, there we go. We're here. We got our co-host, Mr. Sprout, with us, of course. And we are live on all the locations that you can see us on the top there. Locals, Rumble, YouTube, Twitch, X, and Facebook. Oh, and Kick. All of those good spots. But this show it's a motivational show for myself, but also for you guys, people out there who maybe don't grow some of their own food already and are interested in doing so, but maybe you think, I don't know, I'd probably kill everything, I'd probably mess it up, or maybe you have tried and you've not had good success. I'm here to tell you that the failure is expected. The failure, the small failures and the wins. I mean, as you go through learning, a gardening or a DIY project, you're probably going to make some mistakes. Now, you could go to YouTube or Rumble or wherever that you find video content where you can find a tutorial or a nice little laid out video where it's all edited perfectly and everything that you need all the materials is all laid out and you got all the perfect measurements and the end of the video looks so great, looks so perfect. A lot of people get turned off or get intimidated by something like that, right? Intimidated by those perfectly edited. It took them a year to make the video or whatever. And that's fine. That's great. You can get that time-lapsed information that they spent a year doing. But this show is more about that day-to-day, that week-to-week grind, trying to figure out what to do next, which project to pursue, which plants to grow next. Last week I was showing these seeds here. I haven't popped any yet, but I did buy some more seeds. I have other seeds. I have seeds everywhere. I've even got potatoes that I want to grow. But everything seems to have some kind of a hang-up on the project. Lighting or electricity or, different situations like dialing in the environment in this area. So everything's got something that you got to, maintain, and therefore starting more and more projects can be a problem. Having too many things, too many irons in the fire, and I know I did that by adding so many shows, but I'll be honest. I fell in love with live streaming, seeing you guys in the comments, saying hello and responding and having conversations. I fell in love with that, and so I decided, well, let me make another show, and then another show, and then another, and now I'm up to 5 shows a week that I just love doing because they all bring me something, I get something out of it, I should say. Every show, like this show, I'm motivated. I get to sort of reiterate my mistakes, and I get to sort of look at what I did wrong and come up with good, I guess, future plans or corrections. And then I get you guys in the comments who might be interested in doing this yourself, or you already have a lot of knowledge. I mean, we got a bunch of people in the chat right now who have grown things and have knowledge, And so we kind of spitball back and forth, and you give me some ideas or some things that maybe you had to do yourself in the situation. And so we all learn together by brainstorming and by exchanging the ideas or the ups and downs we've had with growing. So I really appreciate this show because it helps me. But I also think I like to think that it helps a few people out there. I like to think that um, I like to think that a few of you have maybe grown something because of me, and I appreciate that. What's up, everybody? I see you on the Facebook, Kelly and Rose. Kelly, what happened to that comment you made earlier? It's like disappeared on us. That's crazy. Anyway, we're gonna pick up some pictures here that I took. Got a whole bunch of them. Also, probably get our we'll go over to the Garden Savvy in the second half and check out what's going on in the grow community. And of course, we'll do our number post, our number spin for my subscribers today around the hour mark. They don't have to be here for it, so I try to do it around the same time every show, so that if you want to come through and see if you won, you can do that. But make sure you go get a number. The post is over on Locals. You just have to comment and like the post, and that will give you the number once I give everybody numbers here in about an hour, a little less than an hour now. We'll give everybody numbers. Also, if you happen to be listening and you're not a subscriber, maybe you're a fan of mine, you just haven't decided to subscribe, you can still get in on the door prize. Every episode, I'll do a door prize at the end, unless something comes up. But the door prize is for anybody that is here and engages in the comments and the like button and all that good stuff. And if you want to get an additional chance to win, you can do that over on multiple locations. Today we'll go with Facebook, Rumble, Locals, and YouTube. I think those four are pretty good. I would do Kick and X, but they're not integrated into the studio yet, so it's not necessarily great. But go follow me on Kick and X if you guys are both on those different platforms. X, I do have a group on X if you want to join. All right, let's see if I can get these pictures on the screen without too much difficulty. So we go to this. I'm going to have to fix everything again. Let's see if I got the right one. I did. Awesome. And this one. Nope, that's not the right one. Nope. Nope. Interesting. It's not finding the... Oh, maybe because it's not on the top. That could be it. There it is. Okay. It's not very visible, that's for sure. Let's see if I can fix it. Plus you have you have another camera in the way. Give me a second here. There it is. Okay. Yeah, those numbers are hard to see now. Oh well, we got our chat in the house. Let's see if I can fix that. Everything needs something. Hey Joe, what's up? Good morning, man. All right, we're in here. I think we got everything reset correctly. I'll give a little more space to the comments. Okay, so we're going to pull up the pictures from today. Of course, we'll walk over and do a little live hangout in the garden and do a little work there after this. But for now, I'm going to show you all the pictures I got. Okay, there's actually a video right before this one. So hit that like button, share it out to all your friends. We're going to show you the cannabis outside and what I did with that. I didn't use any major pest control basically all I did was spray the crap out of these plants. I did this during the day here, and it was pretty hot, so it dried out quick. But normally you wouldn't want to do this during the day. But there was quite a few aphids on this one plant here. Um, but now I basically have this like takeover of ladybugs. There's so many ladybugs. There's still a lot of ants, even though I did, as you can see, I put cinnamon all around each base. But then, and I also kind of covered this plant with cinnamon because it was just too much to try and get around the base. And I don't think that was all that great of an idea in the hindsight, because as you can see, I have a bunch of like grass and the fence which touches the plants. So any other place that the ants could climb up, there was a bunch of other places where they could climb up and then get on each other, or climb from tree to tree, or from plant to plant. So I don't think this was the best idea in the long run. It may have slowed it down, may have deterred some of them, but all in all, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry too much about it. Oh, hey, look at me. Um, yeah, not the most flattering picture, but Anyway, here's a picture to show you how tall this one plant is. I mean, now the one next to it's almost as tall, but this plant here is actually bent over. It's kind of bent. Um, as you can see, it's kind of like tilting to the side. Otherwise, it would be even a little more tall, a little taller. Okay, keep it going. There's another picture. Mr. Sprout in that picture. Yeah, I got like, I didn't count, but there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 8 or 10 plants here total. But that one, the biggest one, is kind of leaning over because it's so tall and heavy on the top. Now, these plants aren't necessarily ideal. These were not put here on purpose. They're voluntary plants. If you've been watching this show on Mondays, you know that already. But these plants were not meant to be here. They came from the plants the year before, which weren't meant to be there either. And so these volunteers just keep coming back up, mostly because my neighbors have a light that at nighttime will cause some herming. So it'll cause some seeds. Not a ton. I mean, there's some, but there's not a ton. But so every year I end up getting seeds back from this, and I don't keep the seeds. They just drop and then end up growing more. So I need to get that to stop. I'd rather put some seeds down that I know the plant, I know the strain or whatever. Maybe it's a strain I like even, would be great. And then make that have it, come back every year would be great. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be fun? All right, let's see what else I got. I got a video with the ladybugs. And then my other plant here, the Jezebel, which is re-vegging, also has like lots of brown inside there. I was talking about it last week. I kind of got in there with my fingers and cleaned out as much as I could. But it looks like it could be bud rot, but it's not. It's not like spreading. I think it actually just could be like deadened part of the plant. So I kind of picked all that off as much as I could, kind of cleared it out as much as I could. But as you can see, there's a lot of new growth up at the top of each one of these branches. A lot of new growth. The growth isn't great. I mean, they're mutated leaves, single leaves everywhere. I'm not too worried about the plant. I'm gonna see what happens. We're gonna I don't know. We'll see what we can get out of it. See if anything comes out of it at all. I'm not spending a lot of extra time on it. But look at this beast right here. Can I get a hashtag WTIF? What do we got? 5 people in here. Let's does anyone think that these are decent plants? They're they might look skinny, they might look stretched. They're definitely stretched. But I kinda like that. I actually don't love a really bushy plant because it's kind of harder to get into the plant. Okay, look at that. Not a lot, nothing going on the back of the leaf. It looks like these ladybugs kind of took care of the problem, or at least they're balancing the problem out. I don't see nearly the aphids like I did. I see lots of ladybug larvae, ladybugs turning into ladybugs. And then there's that leaf there, that plant right there. I'm not sure what those bites were, but there's an ant, ants and ladybugs all over these plants. There's like orange ladybugs and bright red ladybugs. There's so many. I don't think I've seen any Asian beetles yet, but that could be the case. What's going on Facebook? I'm seeing a whole bunch of people coming in and out. Are you getting booted out? Are you not able to find me? Let's see if I can. Let me see if I can share this. Yesterday, nobody could find me on Facebook, and that's a Facebook problem. That's a censorship problem. That's why I keep telling people to come and find me on other platforms, at least a couple other platforms. I highly suggest Rumble and YouTube. Man, I guess I should tag a gajillion people, maybe 5 people, 5 more will come in. There's some flowers on this bush that I have to remove. Make a lot of flowers. I get a lot of bee action too, a lot of bee action over here. So I'm going to actually chop all of this out. And then I have this fence here that's just a temporary fence to keep my dogs in. I'm going to, this is so far how much I've chopped out. I'm going to move this fence to the other side of the bush because this entire bush is mine. I guess it's on my property, so I have to switch it up, move the fence on the other side so I can get to the bottom of the bush better. Really just, use a chainsaw or whatever and cut it out much easier. So as you can see, I just kind of rolled this fence along here to keep the dogs in, and I'm going to have to put it to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Hello, who's out there? Who's in the house right now? Anybody here? Anybody in the comments? Hello. How's your Monday going? Anybody growing anything? Do we have any gardeners in the house? Does anybody eat food here? Nobody? All right. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty thick. It's pretty thick, I gotta say. It's the biggest tree I've ever grown, so I mean there's that. I guess I'll sit here and waste time on the show and tag a gajillion subscribers and see if anyone's home. Rose came in earlier. Hey, thanks for popping in, you guys. Whoever was here earlier. There, maybe one person will come in from that. There we go. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe some people watch this in the after show. If you watch the replay, let me know that you did. Leave a comment. Yeah, as you can see, like there's a lot of smaller branches that are growing into the fence, and if I can move that whole fence over, that will give me some more room, and plus maybe I can get rid of this bed frame that's holding it up, and maybe fix it, get it all straightened out a little bit better than it is. That would be nice. It'd be a good project. So now that it's going to start cooling off soon, this would be a good time to do it, I think. Man, let me see if comments are even working. Did I get censored again, like always? Let's see. Cheers. How about that? I wonder if it's because I'm in direct to RTMP. It doesn't get. Oh, it's set up as vlog. What the hell? How do I fix that? Let me see if I can. There's no way to fix it, huh? Oh, here it is. It says viral on here, but on Rumble it says vlog. Like, you want to maybe figure this out, Rumble? Is that possible? Well, who cares? No one's here anyway, so except a couple people. If you want to comment, show me that you're here. So what's up? Just chatting. Okay, maybe I can fix it. Let's see. And it just keeps playing the same thing over and over. What is happening over here? Okay, now it's working. What the Alright, well, it works. I'll just move on. Speed through this one. Okay. This is my pepper plants after I chopped a whole bunch of them off. I didn't record it, but I chopped off most of the spider mite damage, and I don't even see ladybugs anymore, so they must have eaten everything, or at least most of it, high percentage of it. A very high percentage of it, if not all of it. And I kind of cut out this whole plant, chopped it off at the bottom. I don't know if it'll grow back. And then this plant, most of it's chopped off, but there are some leaves. There's a nice big pepper still that's growing, and then a smaller pepper that's growing. So I don't know if that's gonna keep going, or maybe I'll take those two peppers off and then the rest of it just dies. But there's a small leaf down here. It might keep growing. It might grow back. Hey, Margaret. Hey, there's somebody. Hey, there's a comment. Hello. You must have found me somehow. I'm not sure if Facebook is on one or what, but thanks for coming in. Okay, there's the tank. Doesn't look very clean because the tank is an open tank. There's a problem with aquariums. People have aquariums with lids on them. They usually have a lid because all the splashing water and everything, and that's why you'll see like this hard water buildup all over everything. Although I don't really have that hard of water. It's RO water that goes in here, so it must be like I don't know. I don't know what the white is, but I don't think it's hard water or calcium. It could be something from the fish, from the nutrients. I don't know, from the food, all the stuff that's going in here. That's what you're seeing coming out, splashing out. I'd like to design a better way to do this for next time. I'm not sure how, but it would be cool to not have all that happening. The way I had it set up is I was using a pitcher to come in here and get water out nonstop, and now I have a pump. I almost burned this pump up a couple times now. I sit there and leave the pump on and forget, and then the water level goes down below the pump, and then the pump starts smelling like it's burning, which it probably is, but it still somehow works now. So we'll use it until it's done working for me. Hey Trent, didn't see me on YouTube. Carla, are you popping seeds? Is that you on YouTube popping seeds? Chris and Rose were here earlier for a second. Yeah, anyway. There's no sound going on, so the headset died on me, or shut off on me. I guess we should pull up some music just to keep my headset on. It's kind of sad that I gotta do that. Okay, computer, any second. There it is. What do you got growing lately, Margaret? You growing anything? Okay, I am not sure how loud that is. Let's see if I can. There we go. That should be audible at least. That should be audible. Came to Facebook because didn't see my remarks. Carla, are you're not popping seeds? That's the only YouTube comment I saw. Yeah, I don't know. There's something every day there's some kind of restrictions and blockages and censorships going on. So thank you for coming over to Facebook. I keep telling people find me on a couple sites, 2 or 3 or 4 sites that you might use normally, and you might get the notification then. That might help. Okay, well, thank you guys. I'm just like, I am not, like, I sound like I'm bitching that no one's here, but I'm bitching that these apps don't let me be seen or let you be seen or just everything. I know for a fact yesterday there was at least 2 people that messaged me directly saying, I can't find you on Facebook. Are you live on Facebook? Yes, we are live on Facebook, but Facebook doesn't want you to know that, even if you're a friend of mine, even if you want to see what I'm putting out. So I know it's not nobody likes me. It's a fucking Facebook problem. Excuse my French. But anyway, well, not Facebook. It's any website, internet problem. We got Carla who can't be seen on YouTube for some weird reason. I see Margaret and Poppin' Seeds both came in through YouTube. Carla, let me just tell you this. You might have commented on the post versus in the live chat, which the live chat does show up on screen, but the comment on the post won't. So I'll check on that for you later, but no big deal. So anyway, this is what it looks like after I chopped off all the damage. I mean, I could probably chop off more, but I wanted to keep some of this. Maybe get rid of some of these like brownish leaves. But the green, there's some green in here coming through. There was another leaf down here, a couple coming off of the stem here. So this might come back. I actually did this once with this other plant over here, and it's already come back pretty good. It's growing way off to the side though, but that's fine. It's getting all the light that's over here, and it's getting away from the pineapple. So pineapple is looking crazy, but it's still growing as far as I know. The only things in this system, think about it, there's probably 100 fish in this system. The only things that are pulling nutrients out directly are the 2 pepper plants and the pineapple. Now, I pump water out of this tank into my garden bed, and that also helps to get out some of the nutrients and put fresh water in. And I also today I put in some equilibrium. I don't know, it only said 1 person there. Yeah, YouTube has never been good for my reach, Carla. If you'd like a good spot that you might be looking for a new like freedom of speech platform that's kind of like YouTube but better, go check out Rumble. Rumble is a free site. You can sign up for free just like YouTube, and it's much better. I mean, we have a few people over there right now. Normally I have more, but usually by the end of the show everyone comes in and they miss the show, but they're here at the end. Like a whole bunch of rumblers come in later. I also didn't set up an event this time, so maybe they didn't know. Maybe they thought I wasn't live. Pineapple take 2 years to mature. Second year it should produce fruit. Mine is still 1 on first year. Okay, Joe, thank you for that. I haven't really looked into it much. I mean, you guys have seen this pineapple in here. It's probably been close to a year by now. It's been in there for quite a while. I don't know if it's gonna take off, but I did chop off some of the like deadened leaves on it, which I don't know if that's even a good thing or not. I think maybe you're not supposed to chop those off, but I'm not sure. Couldn't get on Kick? You couldn't get on Kick, huh? I wonder if I'm even live on Kick. Let's figure this out on the fly. Why not? Kick.
You do not pee out of your vagina.
Oh my god. Okay. I'd love to join your live stream whenever you're streaming. Add me on Discord. What how would I what? What kind of spam is that? You want to join the live stream? We'll join. I'm here. Tired of streaming to zero? Yeah, I'm streaming to zero on Kick over there. I'm looking at Kick right now. I'm not sure if I'm live. Okay. Yeah, I'm live. Okay, here we go. For some reason I'm live, and then it just switched it up. What the hell happened there? Okay. Let's see if I can go here. Are we live? Huh. Yeah, it doesn't look live. It's something's up. Hmm. Probably a Rumble Studios issue, I would assume. It's always something. Oh, wow. So it's still trying to connect to a bunch of these. I'm going to have to refresh. I'll be right back. Yeah, it doesn't even say we're connected to Facebook, but I know we are. What the hell? I shouldn't have used the direct to RTMP. It's definitely not usable yet. It doesn't even show Facebook, and it shows Kick is some kind of problem with Kick. Wow. I guess I shouldn't have used it. I thought I was going to be, you know, more professional using it. It is a little bit clear. It's a clearer image. You guys get to see me clearer, which is great. I'd love that to be, you know, all the time, but there it goes. Oh, connected. Degraded connection to Kick. And it doesn't even show Facebook. That's hilarious. But we are live on Facebook. It says there's no live chat yet. That's strange. Hi. Weird. Anyway, back to the show. I've got a couple of Nancy's Own. Okay. Said it was closed. Yeah, definitely not closed, but there's a it's like an intermittent signal to Kick for some reason. Very strange, but I appreciate your attempt there, Joe. No big deal. Kick. I kind of not so worried about Kick or X lately because they're just not. They don't make as much sense for me. Rumble is mostly the best spot to find us. Let's go to the next. Oh, look at this finger in the way. Just to kind of see the big pepper over there. Actually, that's not the big pepper. There's a bigger pepper down there, but I can't see it right now. Oh. It's over here, but we can't see it. It's behind the leaves. Okay, I see. The broccoli, just going crazy every week, you guys. Every week I have to chop this back, and you can eat all of that. You can eat all of it. Although I have found I made a stew last week. Put a bunch of broccoli and cheese soup, chicken noodle soup together, some chicken in there, some mushrooms, some broccoli, some, you know, I think some other greens I put in there. But I tell you what, the broccoli stalks do get kind of tough at the bottom, like as they get thicker. And I thought it would soften up. You know, I don't know if you ever had broccoli soup or whatever, but like even a big broccoli, you know, like a thicker chunk of stalk behind the broccoli. Usually that's pretty soft after you've cooked it enough, but this broccoli's was pretty hard. It was very not the tops, but like the thicker parts in the bottom. Almost hard to eat because it was so like fibery, you know, plant fibery. All the flowers are edible, the leaves are edible. The stalks, like I said, are probably the hardest part to eat, but it's all edible. We got our seeds coming up. We got not coming up, but seed pods being formed with our radishes and broccoli. It's a combination here, kind of growing together. But you got broccoli, which are the longer ones. I think I haven't done it before, but they definitely look different than the radishes. Radishes are kind of a pod-looking thing, a round thing like this here. I'm not fully sure, but I can tell you that some of this grows over here into the broccoli plant, so I'm pretty sure it's broccoli. I'm not really concerned about it. I'm not worried about getting the seeds out. If they come out, I'll just let them fall and maybe they'll grow somewhere. This is kind of an experimental table that it is like a garden outside, but it's inside, and I can just sort of over time evolve what's growing in the table, take this out, put this in. It's not it's not like super regulated. It's not designed a certain way as far as like what I'm going to grow in it. But I do need to I need to dial in certain plants like the broccoli that just keep coming back, but also that like this environment, the temperatures and the amount of light that I'm giving them, all those kind of things. Certain plants, plenty of plants will probably not enjoy being in this table, just due to the amount of light, and not the amount of light, but the length of the light cycle. The amount of light does matter, but I can change that. I need to get more light actually. As you can see, it's kind of a blue-purple light. You can see I took a better picture of it, but there's a cannabis plant off to the right. There it is. I don't know. It's just one of the seeds that came out of the outdoor plants. I don't know what it is. It's not. It's a question mark. But it grew from the scraps of the bubble hash. So see what happens. I'll mess around with it. Maybe just bonsai it, because it's not going to get the right light cycle in here to flower. So eventually maybe I could transplant it or something. I don't know. I'm not even the least bit worried about it. I'm just going to see what happens. Grow it. Couldn't find me on Kick. Yeah, Kick has some kind of like low connection. And then it's and the studio says I'm not even live on Facebook, but clearly I am. Hey, what's up, Trent? I don't know. It only said one person. Okay, that was an old comment. Kelly, hello. I see Kelly. I see you're watching. It says that you're watching 100 times on the screen. So here we go. I watered the table so much that water came down here to my like little hole that I dug, and that's good. That kind of shows me that it's very like the whole table is pretty watered in, because you know the water or the dry soil will soak up most of that water. So here's what we do. Just kind of take some of that dry topsoil, mix it in, get that water kind of make it like a muddy mess, and then you can just toss it out there wherever. I was throwing some little muddy piles over there by the cannabis plant so that it would get some of that moisture as it drained. Yeah, and this is how I just like dry up that little puddle that's in there. Yeah, and that way I know there's not too much water in the table, you know. That's what that's all about. Here we go with what were microgreens over here are now just insane radishes and purple kohlrabi. You can see this. It looks like a softball in there, and that's kohlrabi. I've never grown it to harvest, so I don't even know, like, do I eat the ball thing, or is it just the leaves? I don't know. The microgreen is just the leaves that you eat, only a couple inches tall. But when this plant gets to all the way to harvest, I have no idea. I have to look it up, see what do people do with kohlrabi. What part of it do you eat? Is it the big ball thingy? I don't know. I want to see what's inside that. Cut it in half. Joe says, I think it stayed in the 80s all night. The humidity sucks, but needing glasses are steamed up. Oh, reading glass are steamed up. Yeah, it's not. It's actually pretty nice here. So hopefully stay warm, stay cool, Joe. Okay, so here's my house plant that I had that died on me, but then it's been months and there's still a little little green stalk there. You know, that stalk should have turned like these other little pieces. Um, so I'm kind of curious as to whether it's, you know, dormant, whether it will come back. Sprout, is there something I can do for you, bud? Get the camera back. Camera. Okay. Is there anything I can do for you, my son? Huh? What's going on? Hmm? All right. Well, here, come here. All right. Anyway, there was another plant that was in here, but that died too, evidently. Hey, Macy, thanks for coming in. I tagged you. Thanks for stopping by. All right. This is my little watering spot for ladybugs and for praying mantis, but honestly, I'm not seeing either one of them anymore. I did find a ladybug that was kind of dying, and I put it in the water, and it started drinking, and I think it might be alive again. But I haven't seen any praying mantis for over a week. Hey, Brian Williams glass blowing. Is that you on the YouTube? It says it's playing in the mini player on locals. Oh, that's you on YouTube, Joe. I don't know what's happening. I should have just did it like regular. They keep advertising the direct to RTMP. It's so much better. It's so much more professional. But now we're just having nothing but problems today. Thanks, Rumble. Let me just hurry up and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's Joe. Sorry, Joe. I forgot you had a different name over there. There's my green onions. It's like a weak signal to everything. I don't know what the hell's going on. Wonder if I'm even live on X. Nope. Yep. I guess so. Hmm. I don't know what's happening. All I know is if you're somebody who likes what I do, you will find me somewhere. We're live a bunch of places. You can find me. Or watch the replay. Watch the recording afterwards. That should upload okay. Here we go, filling it back up with some RO water, but I also put in some Equilibrium. You'll see that here in a minute. Hey Jess, you found the Rumble? Looks like I'm still live on Rumble at least. I know there's a few people in here. Everybody's getting booted and having to find me again. Alright, here's my mint. I need to get in there and cut out a bunch of the dead stuff and try to get it to grow back. Need to give it more water too. Not getting enough water on the mint plant. Equilibrium. This is what I've been putting in. Restores and maintains mineral balance and GH. No sodium or chloride. So it does maintain the minerals, but it doesn't maintain metals. It doesn't maintain trace metals like iron or copper. So it's good for everything else, but it's definitely not everything that you need. Yeah, I just put some in when I go to add more RO water, just to kind of balance things out. Oh, you know what? I did take a few more pictures. Let me see if I can download those real quick. There's like 3 more pictures I took outside while I was out there. 98, 97, and 96. Aha. Thanks for jumping around, Jess. It seems like today's having a little bit of a connection problem with a bunch of websites, which is always great. Okay, here is a few more pictures I took outside. I wanted to look at this because I'm not quite sure. I want to get some opinions here. It's hard for me to mow that grass back there. I use a weed whacker. It's hard for me to get that in there too. And so when if you were here earlier, I was talking about moving this fence. This temporary fence that I have right next to the plants, actually can go over, I think, 3 to 4 more feet away from my plants. And I'm going to put it on the other side of this big bush that I've been chopping down. And so that should give me some room here to work with. But even then, I would still have to. There's a couple things. I don't like to walk in between the plants because you have insects, you have different, pests and stuff that you don't want to be touching. There's not a lot, but it's enough that I don't want to just brush my whole body in through the plants. Now maybe I should anyway, and just wash up, change clothes and stuff. But here's the question though. Would you guys chop off some of these bottom branches? You've seen how tall these plants are. Like some of these bottom branches, like maybe the first bottom foot of each plant would be great to just chop everything off. Even though, like, look at this branch. This one branch right here, it's the third branch up on my big tree, and it goes off the screen. It's like a 4-foot branch. So maybe I'd leave that one and maybe clean up part of the bottom of the branch itself. That could work. I'm gonna have to get down on my knees, hands and knees in here, and crawl inside and just start chopping. Like these, look at these 2 branches here. They grew all the way up here. So I guess I'd leave those, right? But the ones that are kind of close to the ground where the whole branch is down here, like I think I'm gonna start getting rid of some of those. And even the long branches here, I'll probably clean up some of the bottoms. Hey James, what's up, man? You found us. Facebook is letting a few people through today. If I was just sitting around doing nothing, I'd probably have more people coming in. I don't know. It's just a Facebook. It's an algorithm problem. Wolf in sheep's clothing, Jess, on the YouTube. Cheers. What did you say, Rose? You eat the ball of on the end. They get bigger. Oh, they get even bigger. Okay. You do eat the ball then. Interesting. Thinking about splitting some branches and tapping them back in the ground bigger. Oh, okay. Splitting the branches, and you mean cut the branch off and then put the branch in the ground? That's right, Joe. I agree. I prune mine as they grow. Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just like I'm not planning to prune these at all except for this bottom. So what do you think, James? You think I should take off the bottom stuff because it's just, there's tall grass and there's stuff just touching it that shouldn't be. If maybe I get some not scissors but like shears or something down in here, a little bit easier to get the grass. A weed whacker is not great because there's metal in here and it'll start to wrap up against the fence and stuff like that. It's weed whackers are nice, but that wire whipping around will just get caught up in stuff sometimes. Oh, I guess I just clicked the one picture at a time. Let's see this one here. Here's my Jezebel that was messed up indoors, and I took it outside, and you can look at the top, and the top is looking happy. It's growing a bunch of new growth, re-vegged. But as you can see here, these sort of like bud areas that were all dense and kind of dying off inside there. I kind of got inside there and cleaned out as much as I could. It looks, I'm not 100% sure, but it could be bud rot. It looked like it, but then you cut out stuff and it doesn't. It's not like it's spreading. It's just maybe it is. I don't know. I'm conflicted on it because I took that stuff out and it was just kind of deadened leaves and stuff like that. I don't know if it was because it was actually sticky buds that were starting to form, and then it went to re-veg. Maybe a bunch of that died off inside of there. Anyway, I'm not worried about it. I'm not even that, worried about getting anything out of it. But I am leaving it here, and we'll see what happens. I'll throw a little water in there if it's too dry, and that's about it. So it's almost time. We got like another month. No, we got a couple more months. A couple more months total. Flower has started happening on the other plants. These plants here. Let me pull up the last picture. Check it out. This is the from underneath view. They look pretty healthy. They've got, it's plenty of bugs, good guys and bad guys, all kind of doing a big old circle of life over here on the plants, but they are pretty healthy still. I didn't get I don't know if you can see it in my other pictures I put up, but there's definitely some buds starting to form. You start to see all the hairs coming out in the bud sites. And I like how it's a little bit stretched out, because then you can really see the bud sites easily. You don't have to get in there and cut a bunch of stuff out. But again, I don't know what the strain is, and I don't really care about these plants too much, but I will try to get them to the end just to get some, maybe a whole mess of bubble hash or whatever out of it. That'd be great. That can happen, you think? And pruning the lower helps decrease possible pests. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I should. Pruning does increase upper growth too. I didn't think about that. I don't need any more upper growth, James. We don't need any more of that. Although I could maybe top some of these a little more. I'm just really not trying to do a lot of work on them at all, but they are pretty fun to look at. I see a ton of ladybugs, like tons of ladybugs. It's crazy. Keep it attached to the plant and split it and tape back. Well, there's nothing to show here. What's that? Okay. Split it and tape it back together. Ever notice after storm or animal damage, plants erupt with growth? Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I dropped a grow light on one of my plants a couple years ago, and it split it in half, and that plant did grow back, and it made like almost like a knuckle form where that break happens. And so some people break them on purpose. Yeah, I guess I didn't know exactly that's what you were going with, but I thought you meant you split the branch like long ways. So you break the branch and then tape it back together? Is that what you're saying? Okay, that was our last picture there, and it is about the hour mark. Let's go hand out some numbers. Let's go. Number wheel on locals at theindoorfarmer.locals.com. Why is this 187? Is that the... What the hell, Rumble? Ugh. Wow. Okay. I made a title, and the title isn't even in this. Will this even do anything? $187. What the fuck? Alright, what happened? happens if I update this? Save. Hey, it did fix it. Okay. Fixed it right away. Awesome. That's good to know. Good to know. And this is like playing way back here. That's weird. Always something, you guys. Trying something new. Always looking in places. Could say I asked High Times. Ah, okay. About molasses in the late 80s. They called me crazy, but somebody paid attention because we now use molasses in grilling. Yeah, it's true. Hey Trent, I see you on the locals. Make sure you get in on the number post. Let's see what happens if I refresh this. Will it have fixed it? It did. It did. Cool. It's at least one thing that can be fixed right away. Awesome. Okay, who wants a number? Let's see who's in here. Only 4 people want a shot at the first wheel spin. That's, hey, good odds, I guess. Trent, you got number 1, brother. Wow. Diane, number 2. Number 2. Joe Orzel, number 3. Jess, number 4. Wow, pretty good odds, you guys. Margaret, number 5. Okay, 5 people. Let's go. Good luck, and thanks for continuing to subscribe to me. A lot of people have come and gone in the past. Some people have subscribed for about 5 minutes and then unsubscribed. I don't know why. I don't know why you would do that, but it happens. Just put a new air conditioner in, thank goodness. Oh, awesome, Rose. Yeah, I know you were having pretty warm day. No air conditioning. Number 2, it looks like. Diane. Alright, congrats, Diane. You know what I probably should do? I should maybe I should stop all other shows except this one. Just do Mondays. Diane, you have 18 now. 18 coupons. Okay, if you want to be in on the door prize, hashtag WTIF right now. Way better central air, James. Yeah, it makes sense. You use molasses too? I've used molasses. Definitely need a little sugar. Plants need some sugar sometimes. Okay. I see Jess. I'll just put the ones that just did it a second ago. Rose. Trent. Diane. MJ. what? I can do something else here. How about this? I'm going to make the comments bigger for me and fix it for you guys. Here we go. All right. I see. Joe on YouTube. Jess on YouTube. Joe on Locals. Sheena came through on Locals. Okay. Margaret on YouTube. Margaret on Rumble. Poppin' Seeds on YouTube. Rose on Locals. Chris on Locals. Alaskan fish fertilizer. Yeah, that's why I like the aquaponics system. I'll get everybody off of the Facebook a little bit later. Right now we need to head over to Garden Savvy. Let's hit the refresh. Okay, what do we got going on this week? Another nice harvest. Looks like tomatoes. Hell yeah, it's something else over there. Just Emerald at Lumina NYC. What the heck? Just someone just commented, or they just made a post of their email, I guess. Interesting. I'm gonna say email? Question mark? Okay, what else we got? Does anyone have any ideas to heat a greenhouse? It's pretty small, but I don't want to have to pay for a heater every month. Geothermal. Another huge harvest. It's 2 in a row. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I'm not. I don't love tomatoes that much. I mean, look at this. Like, that's 2 in a row, 6 days ago, 2 days ago, so 4 days apart, and just a mountain of tomatoes. Comment below. Tell me, would you eat all those tomatoes? What would you do with, like, make pesto, make salsa, what? Just a ton of things? How big is your garden? Yeah, I want to see the garden. My garden is not very big. I'm only 14. I'm only 14 and have a very strong passion for gardening. I'm on a limited budget, obviously, because I can't get a job. But I take care of it all by myself, and I've learned a lot. But if you have any info, I could use it. But anyway, my garden is about 50 foot by 50 foot. I have 6 raised beds and a 6 foot by 12 foot garden that has weed barrier down so I don't have as many weeds. Wow, 14-year-old gardener right here. That's what's up. I just commented on YouTube. Okay, I'm not seeing it, Rose. Did you comment in the live chat? I don't know what your YouTube name is, but I don't see it. Can them from salsa to homemade ketchup? Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a lot of different things, I guess. I hit every platform: YouTube, X, Locals, Rumble, and Facebook. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, Kick isn't really working right now. We're live on Kick, but it's like, I don't know, half connected, disconnected. That's pretty cool. 14-year-old gardener. Oh wow! Look at this. Look at this. This is pretty cool. This is a picture of their garden hortisketch model. Wow. That is a really cool thing. Maybe I should make one for my outside, even though I don't have a garden outside. You could do it for your landscaping. Maybe I could design where I would put a garden at. Of course, you can put buildings up. There's a lot of things that they let you do. So let me know if you want a discount on a yearly membership. It would be great to get some more people to use it. $5 off if you go to gardenhortisketch.com, or not Gordon, gardensavvy.com. Gardensavvy.com. And they have a garden hortisketch program that you get to get access to. 2 people reacted. What is that? What is what? What is that? You don't see it. They can't tell that. Okay. Someone asked, what is that on this picture? You guys can see what that is, right? It's a praying mantis. But I'm gonna respond. I don't have a way to respond, but I'll go ahead and do it like this. It literally says in the title. Does anyone know how to take care of praying mantis? Mantis. What is that? They said. It's funny. Oh, here's Kayla. I hit like on it. Kayla's just sending pictures of herself up. That's not a gardening picture, Kayla, although she just changed her profile picture. So, but for some reason it puts it into the feed. Okay, that's going back too far. All right. So I am going to do what I have been doing and just use my thumbnail. Let's see, the peppers are coming back after a spider mite infestation and a battle between ladybugs and praying mantis on who can eat the most mites. LOL. There we go. Post it into the Garden Savvy community. Let's go. You ever seen the Garden Hortisketch? Let's see if this pulls it up. Yeah. I need to mess with it some more because I'm not sure how to do it. Planting calendar 2025. Your planting calendar has switched to the new year. To view last year's planting, simply use the arrows at the top. So you can change it, but then you could go back and look at how you had it before, and then it saves all the information from year to year. What is this? We advise sowing this vegetable from. Oh, I see. So I have my my grow zone and everything into programmed into this, and so they actually have a like a flag set up for certain crops that they do not recommend growing at this time of the year. So for instance, this artichoke says we advise sowing this vegetable from January 1st to April 1st. So they actually give you a lot of pointers and help. You can click this arrow and go to different things: animals, structures, exotics, flowers, fruits, herbs, terrain, tropicals, woody perennials. Interesting. Woody perennials. Corn. You got eggplant. Almost everything you could think of. You can get cannabis unless they took it away. I have some on the screen. Can I scroll down? No. Maybe it would be herbs. No, maybe it's under exotics. Cannabis, there it is. Exotic cannabis. They added cannabis just for me, just for my audience, because I told them that they definitely should, because especially if I'm going to be promoting this to get people who are cannabis growers to use it, I'm gonna have to have cannabis involved. Um, I definitely want to start a new one though. This has all just been like practice. See, what if I do create? Oh no. How about new? Dirt. You can go in feet, yards, or meters. You can go. You can make the width and length. Your zip code or your grow zone. You can set it up to where it'll know where you're at, and then you can get started. They say that Alaskan fish fertilizer has heavy metals in it. I wouldn't use it. Interesting. James, I don't know if you saw that, but I guess they're saying that some Alaskan fish fertilizer has heavy metals. Hey, Eva, how are you? Thank you. They are here. Thank you. They are here. Rumble's lagging. Yeah, I believe it. That's what I get for trying the direct RTMP feature during the show. You can see me better if it's not lagging. I guess. Why did it do that to me? Okay, that's good. There. All that just to get the comments back up. Okay. Kayla. I don't know if I got you on the wheel yet. On locals and YouTube. Or Rumble, I mean. And of course, I'll get everybody on the Facebook here shortly. I did not see... Rose, was that you that said YouTube? It was on YouTube. I'm not seeing the YouTube. Maybe we can go to my channel real quick and see what's up. Rose, it says we're live. Maybe you commented down here. No? No? Yeah, I don't see you, Rose. Maybe you were on a different live stream. I'm not sure. Cheers. There we go. All right, back to Garden Savvy. Okay, we got this post made. I have 3 friends. I didn't know I had 3 friends. Who are my friends? 65 reactions, 8 comments, and 16 posts. 3 wall posts. Hashtag WTIF. Interesting. Oh, that's just me. Okay, those are mine. Community home. Like I said, I do want to work on this, but I'm not really sure how to do anything on it. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, escape does work. Okay. Does delete work? Yeah, I think maybe I need to delete this whole thing and start over. Settings. No. Share your design. No, I don't think I need to do that. Planning mode, live mode. You put notes in there, of course. Make it bigger, smaller. I don't know how else to affect it. My plants. Let's see. Let's just try a new. Let's try a new one. Dirt. We'll go with 100 by 100. By feet, I guess. 100 feet by 100 feet. You can change it later. Okay. New test garden. Let's try it. Okay, so it's dirt. We've got dirt. Let's say we want to grow some cannabis. How do I make it bigger? How do I do anything with it? Let's see. Now I can't even undo that? This thing doesn't work. I can't delete it. Okay. Oh, okay. So you can make different shapes like that. Change the width and height. Duplicate, lock. Delete. I can't delete that though. How do I delete that? That doesn't make any sense. Who would want that? Control click maybe? Control shift click. No. Well, this is why I get stuck on it every time, because it doesn't, none of it is very intuitive. There's really nothing else you can do. Oh well, the community's worth it. The HortiSketch, I guess, is not usable. What's the little... So I can pick this up. And I can make more rows. Oh, there we go. I had to zoom in a little bit. I had to zoom in, and now it won't do anything else. Oh, I see. You can't make it like that. You can do this. You can only do... See that? I can make rows of cannabis. I knew I could do that somehow. This is tiny. You can't really make it bigger either. The scale is supposed to be realistic. So the reason that these plants are the size they are is because of how they are in real life. Now, if you zoom in, you can get it a little bit bigger. I don't even know what aeroids are. Let's see, let's delete it. Delete it. Okay, so I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. You got to click this white circle in order to affect things on it. Locked. So now it's locked. I can't touch it. Okay. Border. You can take the border away. Icon. No icon. Okay. Row spacing. It gives you all the information here that you might want to know about how you designed it. So you could design it the way the way it looks good, and then afterwards look at all the dimensions, and then it saves all that information for you so that you don't have to memorize it all. I should be able to grab this. Why can't I affect it again? Am I not zoomed in? Am I zoomed out too much? Let's see. Huh. Now all of a sudden I can't do anything again. It's not locked anymore. Aha. I had to double click. That was weird. And the arrows are really hard to get right on. I can't turn it. Okay. I can do that. Okay. Should be able to move it, but I guess I can delete it, so that's the other way to move things. Just delete it. There you go. Okay, well you guys get the gist. You can put up buildings, structures. Put a barn in here. For some reason I can't click the barn now. Should be able to make that barn bigger. Huh. Always undo. There we go. I don't know what's wrong with this mouse, but it's really getting on my nerves. I don't know what that... Let's see. There's a little plus button right there that, or like a picture that makes me think I can do something with this. I can't make it any bigger. A bench should definitely be able to get bigger. And I should be able to turn it around. Well, who knows? Maybe they don't. Maybe they haven't been putting a lot of work into this. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I just need to watch the tutorial. I know there's some tutorials, but anyway, let's get back to the wheel. Smoke took a shower, ate breakfast, drinking coffee, ready to take on the day. Dishes are washed, going out to pick okra. Maybe some lawn if it don't rain. Okay. Hey, nobody. Put you on this wheel here. There's 20 people in here. You guys may have missed the beginning of the show when I only had 4 people in here. Check out the beginning of the first half of the show because I show off my plants and what I have growing on. That's really the main part of the show. I was just messing around with the Garden Hoarder sketch for a minute, and it looks like I need more work, but I did figure some things out on it. I guess you just can't make a small or a bigger bench. You can do bales of hay. Can't even affect it after that, huh? I can't click on the bale of hay anymore. That's weird. I can undo the, can put brick walls. I should be able to make this wall bigger. Hmm. Alright, well, it's worth experimenting with. Probably watch some videos on it. That I'm scrolling the mouse down and it keeps jumping back up. I have to scroll really slow for it to not keep jumping back up. It's so weird. As I scroll down, it goes back up. There's always some kind of technical issue that you just can't get right. Alright, Facebookers, let me go over here and pull all the likes. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. I'll hit refresh one more time. I realize I don't smile a lot while I'm live. I'm busy, thinking and doing things and trying to sound smooth. But I smile when things are funny and things are, when it happens. I think I've smiled before. Okay. We got me. Let me take myself off of here. There we go. That's everybody so far, and anyone that comes in after this point is just out of luck. I think I will pop in to locals after this, but maybe we'll do a quick dab with you guys right now. How about that? Let me see. We got 20 people in here. Let me see 4 hashtag WTIFs in the comments, and I'll do a dab before we head to locals. I'll turn it on right now. I need 4. That's not very many. Right, Sprout? That's not asking a whole lot. We only need 4 this time. Huh. He's like, are you talking to me or are you talking to that thing? Cut off his head. There we go. Let's see it. I got 1. We got 2. We got 2. Sprout says, I'll give you 1. 3. We got 3. 4. We got 4. Okay. Okay. I see what y'all are up to. We'll do a dab. I haven't had one today at all. And we'll get this door prize rolling. In fact, we'll just leave the door prize up, or we'll leave the wheel up for a while. I think it's funny. People who don't know what's going on, they pop in like, oh, hey, what's up? How do I get on that wheel? Every show, 5 days a week, I do a door prize wheel, and that you don't have to be a subscriber to get in on it. I don't know if I should even do this, but I do. There's more people that I know on Facebook that used to be subscribed than are now, but they're all missing out. They're missing out. They didn't take advantage, and they're missing out. Shouts out to our game night winner. We got Mr. Chris Plummer was this week's champion, so he'll be playing next week for the title. We still have 3 non-members who won game night tickets who get to be in the game next week. Shouts out to Estevan last night. I gave out a ticket to the Twisted Cannabis bingo night. Let's see, next week is going to be the 17th. Okay. And anybody that has trouble with any prizes on game night or from my sponsors, you got to let me know, guys. I know you might want to be modest and be like, oh, I don't need it. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal. We got to make sure that they follow through. Otherwise, they're not really sponsors, are they? And I'm not talking any trash to any sponsors, but if you can't follow through, then we have to bug you a little bit, poke you a little more. Hey, what's up? Do you still want to be a sponsor? Hey, don't feel bad about telling me that you don't want to be on the train anymore, because this train's leaving the station and you can stay home if you want. Don't feel bad if you don't want to be part of all this. Just know that you're going to miss out. You're missing out. All right, we are ready. We got the temperature. I was trying to sort of separate the smoke sesh from the show, but we're at the end of the show. We can hit this one time and then go. I thought maybe the algorithm would like me better, but I'm not really seeing any improvement by not having cannabis on the screen. Look at Kill Tony. It's the #1 live comedy podcast in the world, and they smoke on screen. Maybe not this. Maybe not a nice fat rig like this. They should. It's much cleaner and healthier for you, but who am I to complain about the famous people? All right, let's do it. Cheers, everybody. We're gonna spin this while we do this. Here we go. Cuckoo or choo choo, the train. That's right, James. It's leaving the station. Good luck, everybody. Gonna dump your subscription to Rumble and put where it can help better. Thank you, Joe. I like. I mean, I don't have a way to like keep track of my Rumble subscribers. So if you would like to go on locals and just put it there, whatever you were planning to give me, it no big deal. I don't know what the number is, but if you want to be a pro member on locals, it's just you just have to go in and edit your subscription to $5 a month or $60 for the whole year. I think it's worth it. And make sure if you're subscribed to get in on game night every week. You don't have to. If you aren't there to win your prize, hey, you didn't get your prize this week. The sponsor gets a break, and it's no big deal. But if you get in on it, and maybe somebody sends you a DM or tags you or something like that, and you can catch it quick enough, come back and get your prize. I think everyone should jump in there every time. Josie Mitchell. Do we have a Josie Mitchell in the house? I meant to do this dab while I spun that, but here, I'll do it right now. Josie Mitchell. She has until this dab is done to come back. Cheers. You can't tag her. Only tag subscribers or sponsors. But if Josie Mitchell's here, say something. Cheers. You got your MJ's cookies? Nice. I should have some any day now as well. Get some air in between hits. All right. It looks like Josie is not here. we will have to respin. Believe it or not, this show was 15 minutes when I first started it. 15 to 20 minutes, just show you what I had growing. It was like very few things, and I was in and out. It was pre-recorded. It wasn't even live, so I didn't have anyone to say hello to. No conversation happening, just me. Nobody, or Kayla, maybe Jess actually. So you gonna get all the way to Jess, or is it gonna Kayla? Oh, it's right on the line. It's Jess. Jess, got it. Jess, are you here? Rosebud Pretzel, Jess, are you here? Now, Jess can be tagged. If anybody wants to tag Jess, you can. She might also be here, too. You are here. Oh, no. Congrats, Jess. Somebody said, okay. I haven't seen Jess in a mail. There she is. I'm here, she said. I gotcha. Okay. It's funny, I always put you down as Jess R, even though that's not your name. Jess M, I guess. Alright, kids. I think we got some a new Dr. Phil Live to watch. Let's get over to locals for just a little kickback of some tunes maybe for a bit, and then go get about our day. Let's see, what can I...
In a cozy corner of the city.
Hey, we're back. We fixed it. Okay. Actually, so you don't hear the music, but now maybe you should hear it now. Okay, I fixed it. Yep, have a good day, everybody. We'll see you soon. Let me see if I can find a good way to... Actually, I need to put the outro in here still. I'm doing a different thing. It's a direct to RTMP. It's a different thing. So let me find it. Let me find the outro. Well, here's the outro that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm Waylon the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro set up, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real. Waylon's here, and he's... Yeah, this is for...
Okay. Alright, so you could hear that, right, guys? If you can help me out real quick, you could hear the audio from that outro right here.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Waylon the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim.
If anybody's still here. And please hit the like button if you haven't yet. I could hear it. Okay, thanks, Kayla. Yep. Okay, we're out of here. We'll see you guys on locals in a minute. Peace.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Waylon the indoor farmer. Check my name. Sustainability.